Alright, let's take a look at this wheel. It's kind of a complex part. We're going to be drawing the profile of the wheel, this cross-sectioned area here, based off of this center point, and then we're going to revolve it around. Let's take a look at how to do that. The general shape we're going to need is a line representing the center of the axle, a height, which would be the diameter of the wheel, and those two numbers are 1 inch, and this is 0.25. Alright. We can now draw another line from here over, down, over, down, back, and connected. Now, this is the general profile without many changes yet to it. Let's take a look at what we have to do. We know that 0.125 is the distance from the center point to one side of that. That's as simple as picking this point and that point and making sure it's 1.25, and it is. We can then, I'm going to delete that dimension for now. We can then delete this line, and or actually before we delete it, let's use it for a second. Let's draw a circle based on its center point as such. Then click on the line and delete it. We can then trim out the bottom of the circle, and that gives us the arc to top. Next thing we need to do is make some size adjustments here to make sure that everything's the correct size. If we take a look at the distance here from the center line to this first step is 0.25. Remember, this is the center line, not the bottom of the wheel. So the distance from here to there is 0.25, and then the distance from the bottom line to that line is 0.75. Alright, we have the dimensions correct for the wheel. Next thing we need to do is draw a line across the bottom. This line is going to represent the actual bottom part here to allow for a hole. Now, the diameter of this hole is 0.28, so its radius is 0.14. Let's go back here, dimension here to there at 0.14. Everything looks good. I'm going to go ahead and trim the bottom sections of that off. I'm going to go to fillet, type in 0.063, and where I got that was from the up here this note. Radiuses 0.063 are typical throughout. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and this obviously was a circle we drew in earlier. So we have 4 radiuses to put in. There's our number, and watch what happens. Click on one line, then the other, one, the other, and so forth all the way down. Everything's the right size. We have an axis right here to work off of. Let's go ahead and finish the sketch. Choose revolve, profile, and the axis is down here, and there's our wheel. Now, we have some things we're going to change on this wheel, but go ahead and save this part now as wheel and continue on.